Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Well, it's a new work week. Another new work week is beginning again. Man, this week right here is going to hold a lot of promise, a lot of excitement. Yeah, right out the back door here, it is all the way down here now. I am really, really excited about everything. Um, Yesterday was our day off, Sunday. Mel and I, we went out. We drove around some. Just decided to go. First Mel and I took a long, long walk down the beach. I'll share it in a separate video, and there's some good information in that video. I'll show you some destruction along the coast in that video, just right down from us right here. Just, I mean, quarter mile, eighth mile down the beach right here, and maybe you can get a little bit more grasp on why I am being so stringent on how I'm building this. Maybe those examples in our walking video can give you a little bit more understanding as to why this will not have no corners cut or be built cheap or undersized on columns and steel and footings and all. So watch that video. I'll get that up for you guys. You may have already seen it by now. I might have already shared it, but now you'll know why. So then after we went for a long walk, we came back for a little while, and then we decided to go just drive around, and that's what we did. We just got out and just drove around, and we hit some stores. And one of the places we decided to pull into while we were out and about, because I need a few things in there, is Wilcon. And that is another big box home improvement and building supply store. Wilcon is a really nice store, without a doubt. Two-story. Can you imagine a Home Depot or a Lowe's being an upstairs and a downstairs, a second level elevator, everything? Well, that's Wilcon. And so I'm gonna put up another video. You may have already seen it by now, but if not, just putting in a little perspective here. That there's a great video of touring Wilcon, and in that video I'm going to eat a little crow too, because of some things I found there that wasn't there in the past but it's there now. Things are always changing here, so watch the video on touring Wilcon as well. Well, it's a very cloudy day here. We have a 95% chance of rain. So I do not know what today is going to hold. It is a mystery for sure of what it's going to hold out for us. But we're going to try anyway. At least the temperature's nice, and when it's cloudy like this, you're not getting blistered in the sun. So I told Melinda, she's like, you want to call the day? And I said, heck no, I'm not calling the day until it's pouring down rain and we have to stop. Man, this is a really nice temperature to work in. So it's about 30 minutes for the guys get here, and we're just gonna enjoy a little bit of time outside, reflect on what needs to be done before we get this day started. So stick around here and let's see what this day holds. So they're stacking materials here. Got their cement right here, Portland Premium Opal, getting that stacked. They got their stone, we got their sand here. They're getting ready for a pour. And inside in here, Uncle Malong, Ambin, and Nardo here are preparing to build the forms here in this room. So they're getting all their basic form work starting to set up here with their bamboo, getting the material stacked up right here. Over here, Mok is putting in some additional bracing on a corner. Corners on columns like that is where you're going to get your most load of anywhere, and that's where you're going to get a blowout. If you think you got it supported good, add a little bit more and just be sure. Melinda, she's trying to destroy our work day. Yeah, Melinda is trying to destroy our work day because she's hanging laundry out, and that definitely means the rain's going to come. She's baiting the rain to come right here and stop the day. We got this braced up here to pour this last little section right here. and right over there, that wall, this wall, and all the way across the wall in the other room. And that'll be the final pouring of the ground floor walls. This is right, and everything that we stopped at back in March when we had to flee the country for COVID-19, so we didn't get locked in here because we had some very important things to take care of back in Texas. Once the forming's done here, the work is not done. It is not done at all. Because once the forming's done, I still have electrical I have to get laid in. Mainly most of the electrical on this is going to be for all the lights that's underneath those terraces, those overhangs. I want to have a nice LED lighting going all the way around in here, and then I want these individual rooms to have a secondary light if they want to turn on their own light separate than the main lights that I'm going to light up the whole wraparound with. So I hope you understand what I mean on that, because you got a room, a guest room, a guest room, a guest room, and maybe they want to light just only right where they're at. But maybe I want to light the place up completely with an even flow of lights all the way around. So there'll be two sets of lights there. The main lights that light the whole place up, and then the individual light if they want to just sit and have a light outside just in their little area only. Maybe you get it like that. Well, there's also some plumbing in the second floor up there. There's 2 restrooms. And there's a master, CR, comfort room, water closet, all of the names around the world: bathroom, restroom, water closet, CR, and there's probably names elsewhere in other places. But there's a master one, and then there's the common one that's going to be shared, you know, amongst guests and the other bedrooms and things up there. So I have to get the plumbing set on those. Now we've already got our main drain pipe. Our sanitary pipe, the main one, is already in place. The vent stacks for those are already in place. So we actually, once the floor is all sitting there, then we can go ahead and lay all of that plumbing out, being the concrete as well. So I need to get those 2 rooms plumbed, as well as there's a kitchen that's got to be plumbed. So that is over on the existing part that's already poured over top of the garage. So all I need is a lead-in pipe right there. That's no problem. And there's a utility room up there. There's going to be a utility closet that can be used as a pantry and all as well. Store other things, brooms and all that. And I'm going to have a sink in there as well. Maybe Melinda wants to mop or something up there. We're on the 2nd floor. You don't want to run up and down staircase going down ground level for everything. So she can have a utility sink there as well to be able to you know, draw mop water, rinse out, all of that without doing it in like your shower or tub or anything like that, making that mess on the floor. So I've got to get that set as well. But those things are pretty simple. Those are really simple, just mundane tasks. Keeping everything organized, just like I talked to them about. They got all their spacers, a couple wrenches there, long screws, short screws, nut bolts, washers, and your bolts. You know, it's pretty good. That's just what I'm wanting to do right there. And you can move this to wherever you're working and you're organized. You know, it don't have to be these pails. You might build you a tray and put these things in it. Because, you know, your nuts and bolts and washers don't need a very big tub. You can combine a little tray with your short screws and long screws, you know. But to be organized in some type of fashion is something you can carry room to room. Reason we use these pails, they got cracks and splits in them, so we're just repurposing them. Early this morning, before the workers were here, is me, Melinda, Uncle Joe, and I'm giving Uncle Joe some bamboo outside to work on his little tiny house. It's a very tiny little house over in the community next door. You see my Filipino way showing up right there, pointing with my lips? That's Filipino way right there. Signs that I've been here for too long when I've adapted and assimilated to pointing with my lips over there. Any of you, have you adopted your Filipinos ways of pointing with the lips? Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, James.
Good morning, sir.
What's up, yo?
So Sidetracking, but that's funny. Caught myself doing that. Becoming Filipino, right? Becoming Filipino. So, nevertheless, I seen all of these big nails that we drive through, the bamboo to join it together, all out there, those big nails left in the bamboo outside. And that bamboo's hollow and it's so easy to pull those nails out. And man, bamboo after bamboo after bamboo out there with all those big nails in it. And I told Melinda, I said, when they come to work today, sometime before today's up, they're gonna be telling me, bro, we are out of nails. And I'm gonna tell them, you're gonna go out here and pull these nails. If it was just a little tiny nails or something, but those are those great big nails. They're like spikes. So as well, cocoa lumber. I'm finding all my pieces that are pre-drilled that I've got set right for forms. And that's why I was given that lesson about throwing out the materials. When you tear down a form, it's an ad hoc. It's a slip. It's not a true slip, but we'll call it ad hoc. You're just going to jump that same form up to the next level again. So whatever you take off, hold on a second, so whatever you take off of that wall, you're going to be putting it right back on that wall. And then again, when you go up to your next level on your second floor, so you keep up with those pieces for that wall. It's like a kit. That's the assembly for that wall. So when you have somebody to come along and they think they're helping and they're cleaning up, but they get too excited cleaning up and throw out all of your lumber that you have pre-made for that wall, now either you can't find it or you got to go cut new lumber again. You got to drill, measure new holes again, and start all the way from the beginning again. And this is why you need to be organized and people understand what a piece is before they just go throwing it out into a junk pile. And we found wood 10, 12 foot long buried underneath that bamboo that was our cocoa lumber for these walls. So yeah, I told that in the past on these videos, and I'm telling it again. You know, not everything's junk. If a piece is shorter than 1 foot, it might be junk. But even those 1 footers, see, get used. So I want to show something else here. These are realities. You see all this mess down through here? All this coconut. Over there on the side of my boat, a big pile of coconut. Most of this is not even the families. This is this community over here next door in the squatter compound. There's a lot of really good people over there, and I enjoy a lot of them. I mean, there's definitely some good-hearted people over there. But what happens is that when the storms come and all this coconut shows up and washes up, they want to use that for firewood. But the problem I'm having is that rats have been living in those piles, and there has been a little bit of a plague of rats, and including some of the people right here in the houses. Even my brother-in-law Miller had a rat come in and scratch him in his house during the night. And I said, well, you're making houses for rats. I come out here at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and shine, and great big rats were running and going inside of these piles. We could smell it as well. But they have areas over at the store at their own place, but they brought the problem to us over here. I'm going to show you a picture of not long ago what this looked like, and then you're going to see my fence and how it's all destroyed. That's from the local children as well, climbing over on it, tearing out the bamboo so they can crawl through without walking around, so they can slip in and out. And then family taking thorns and junk and stacking there trying to close the gap because of what the kids did. And then they pile all this. And this is some of the battles we deal with right here. So today Melinda has been going actually for days, for a week, asking them, the different families that claim these piles, to transfer this to their own place. They have a spot for it, just transfer it. And we're not mad at them or nothing, But I want you to see a picture now of what this looked like prior to them doing that and what it looks like now. And this is why I say, in a blink of your eye, things can be changed here. That's why we have to stay on top of it. We're trying to make it very nice, and but we do have a little bit of battle with the community next door. Get those bags of Portland covered up. Yeah, June, come help him. Yeah, it's starting to try to rain on us right now. Yeah, get some big bamboo and let's move that. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. We knew there was a chance, and we were hoping to be mixing already by now, but we're finishing up a little bit of form work, cutting out for a sub panel and a little additional bracing. But I knew it looked like it could just bust out any time. I can hear it across the front of the house getting a little harder. It might go away and it might not, but we need to be prepared. Yeah, we have to keep it up off the ground. You never know when these rains are going to pop up. We show chance for rain every day all week long is what the weather forecast shows, but we have a 95% chance of rain today. Yeah, it says 95% chance today. Yeah, today. So I come in to make me another cup of coffee, and I want to share a funny little snippet here. So in the past, I made a video about things that we sent over in buying boxes, and one of the things I sent over was a French press for coffee and using fresh ground coffee and making that, and I absolutely love that French press. Well, just a funny little thing. If you don't know, and for some of you, I'll bring you up to speed. We used to have a house. We still have it. It's down the beach here. And I bought that from my late brother-in-law, Toby from Sweden. And Toby had brought a lot of things in from Sweden as well, you know, from his country, things that made him comfortable and all. But prior to him passing, or even we knowing that he's going to pass, Toby had decided to stay in Sweden and no longer return here, and I bought out everything he had. Well, a lot of things that was over there, Melinda had no clue what a lot of these things was that Toby brought from Sweden. She didn't know. She didn't know the items. She was actually even giving stuff away sometimes that she just didn't know what it was. Hey, here, you can have this thing. And she didn't do that much, but just a little bit. But recently, she had a realization. There was two French presses already here. Yeah, in Toby's things, he had already brought two of these French presses, and she had packed them away. She didn't know what they were for. She was confused by it, trying to figure it out, and she'd never seen a French press. I mean, I can't blame her. A lot of people had never seen a French press, but she didn't know. So recently she drug these out to show me that we actually already had two of these once she realized what it was. So we went from having what I thought was none to now having three. It's kind of funny. I told her, hey, that's cool though, backup. Now if one gets broke, amen, we got another one. But funny little thing. And in Toby's things, she said, there's a waffle iron over there, right? This looks like a waffle iron, correct? And she said, man, because she loves waffles. And she said, there's a waffle iron. But it turns out it's not a waffle iron. It says ultra compact sandwich. And it is actually in here for toasting and cooking down a sandwich inside. The other day I thought, oh cool, I will make some waffles, and I went over here and I opened it up and it was not for waffles, and I said, you know what, cool, I'm gonna make me a nice hot toasted sandwich, and I did, and it was delicious, and this thing works super good. That's another thing that a lot of people don't realize that it's helping us on our budget on this house, is that we bought that existing house next door. We bought the contents in the house, everything, because we're going to strip the house naked. It is just tons of nice things he put inside. You know, really nice ceiling fans, not just this style like behind me here, but an actual traditional Hunter ceiling fans. All kinds of nice fixtures in the CR, and all throughout the house. And all of this here is all out of that house. All of this, the sinks, the stove, the vent hood, everything, the water, the micro. See, I think we had to replace the microwave. We bought that microwave. So much we bought out of that house. This refrigerator, he had just bought this refrigerator, and that helped us a lot. He imported a lot of things as well, boxes galore. I mean, I ended up with everything from, you know, all kinds of stuff, a lot of stuff. So that really did help us a lot. Nice silverware, knives, all kinds of stuff. And unbeknownst of us knowing that his time was short, maybe he knew. Maybe he knew. Well, I'm about to test out this little compressor here. Well, I got my extension cord here, and let's see how this thing pulls on my solar system here. That's why I bought a smaller one. It was all about the amps and keeping the power down to something my inverters can handle, even though I would have loved to have a bigger compressor. Hear that? Here, just get right here. You get a pair of boots. Who gets a pair of boots? Some slap your mama. Man, lucky right there. This is what I wanted right here. And they're doing it right. They're doing it right. I appreciate seeing them do that.